Hey everyone, 12 News meteorologist Stephen Matrigrano here with a Weather Now update for you on this snowy Saturday. Things are improving, of course, across our area. Here's Lincoln, looking at, again, wet roadways out there, some snow in spots on the ground. You can see those crews there plowing some of the parking lots in the distance, looking outside in Newport. Gusty conditions, very cold, and again, just a wintry look across the area. Similar story here in Narragansett, but I will say, of course, that the roads are much improved compared to just a short time ago, and that's a good trend. We're trending in the right direction with the conditions on the roadways. So temperatures not really warming up a whole lot. We're still in the teens and low 20s for many areas. New Bedford, you're at 24. Block Island, you're 26. Looking at Smithfield, about 19. When you factor in that wind, though, it does feel much colder. It feels more like the single digits in spots, even some teens out there as well. So bundle up as you're heading on out the door for any reason today. Some snowfall totals from last night and this morning. A lot of areas saw about 3 to 5 inches, from this snowfall. So it wasn't a major storm, but it was a plowable snow across our area. Hope Valley, Westerly, Charlestown all got 6 inches. A little bit less in Richmond, Dartmouth, and Coventry coming in around 4 inches of snow. There's that light powdery snow as well, so it's easier to move off the cars and, of course, the driveway and sidewalks. Some other snowfall reports: Taunton 3.9, just shy of 4 inches there. TF Green at the airport, similar story. And Gloucester about 3.6. And even Tiverton and Warren, parts of the East Bay, getting just over about 3 inches of snow. So again, not too bad. Satellite and radar, things are improving out there. Some leftover flurries across Plymouth and Bristol County, not going to amount to much. Clouds holding on a little bit longer, but we are going to be looking at some brighter skies for the afternoon. Not going to help melt any of the snow away, so I do expect that snow to stick around at least for the next day or so. Then we'll see some melting as we go forward with some warmer temperatures. But for this afternoon, again, dry and cold, temperatures in the 20s, and looking at, again, just much colder air in place. Let's time things out. We'll go through the daytime hours today. Snow ends, turning sunny and cold. For the afternoon hours, watch for some icy spots, not only this afternoon, but also tonight with clear skies. Similar story here, cold and dry. Those temperatures falling back into the teens overnight into tomorrow morning. A few icy spots also possible as well. For your Sunday, kind of a half and half day with the sunshine. Thinking it'll be early on. We'll see sun, late day clouds build in. It's out ahead of our next weather maker. Again, not as cold as well. Temperatures getting into the mid and upper 30s later on in the afternoon hours. But notice as we go into Sunday evening, there's some of that pink on the screen. That's the icy mix out ahead of a warm front that's going to be tracking on through. Temperatures going to be pretty close. We're looking at marginal temperatures, a lot of 31s, 32s, 33s around our area. I do think there's a good chance of seeing an icy mix across northwestern Providence County, so north and west of Providence Metro and farther inland, where we could be looking at least on the onset, some icy mix changing to a plain rain as this system works on through. You can see the warm front pushes through and the temperatures rise. And then we go into Monday with kind of some hit or miss showers, but it looks like it'll be 2 rounds of rain. The first one will be the warm front that brings us the overnight rainfall and the icy mix. We'll see a lull for the morning commute and then another batch of showers by the middle part of the day. That's the cold front that tracks on through. And you can really see the cold front on this map here, looking out to the west. Scranton, Pennsylvania, Syracuse, already in the low 30s, Albany 37, but you can see those higher 40s across Providence and Westerly, indicating that cold front pretty much rushing its way on through and bringing in some much colder air. So the brief warm-up is going to be very brief. It's not going to be lasting all that long across our area. I will leave you off here with a glance at the weekend forecast. Of course, the morning snow is over. We're looking at some drying conditions for your Saturday, temperatures below freezing, and then again getting into the upper 30s for Sunday before that next batch of precip arrives for Sunday night. But that's a check of your forecast. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.